Hey ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to the show. In today's gaming news, Larian Studios does enhanced editions right, Blizzard bans botters, and Das Tal shows you what real skill looks like. In what feels like a never-ending cascade of discussion about enhanced editions, we've got one studio who seems to be doing things right. Larian Studios just revealed Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition, which includes local co-op and split screen, full voice acting for all characters, new quest and content, new gameplay modes, reworked visuals, sounds, and much more. And all of this coming for free to people who currently own the PC version. This is really great stuff. Again, I feel like we've been talking a hell of a lot about enhanced editions and Game of the Years and all sorts of stuff, but to see a studio saying, you know what, we're certainly adding a lot of stuff, but we feel like you deserve to get this better version of the game free of charge, where you look back on the State of Decay Enhanced Edition, for example, and as much as I love that game, they charged for upgraded visuals and a new SUV. Like, for real. So it's good. It's good to see this out there. And even though most game companies will try to get more money out of you, it's nice to see every once in a while that we get a break for our wallets. And next up in news, Blizzard bans botters once again. Blizzard recently dropped the ban hammer on, quote, a large number of World of Warcraft accounts that were found to be using third-party programs that automate gameplay known as bots. One of the popular bots that were hit in this sweep was Honor Buddy, which let players run around collecting PvP honor without actually having to play the game, which is sort of similar to what I experienced back in my vanilla days of WoW. I still remember so vividly seeing bots running around the world, and you go up to them and you say, hey, how's it going, dude? And the only response you ever got, ni hao. That's it. That's all you ever got. And no, I'm not just saying that these were just Chinese players. That was literally known, like a running joke for bots in WoW who would only ever respond to anything with ni hao. It's quite comical. I enjoyed it, and I'm happy to hear that bots are getting banned because it ruins the experience for actual legit players who feel like, oh, I don't know, playing the game? And last up in news today, do you know what real skill looks like? Well, actually, you're looking at it, but Das Tal happens to know what real skill looks like, and a new video tells you exactly what that is. Das Tal is a PvP sandbox MMO featuring a persistent world, and in a recent video, they discussed the game's skill-based combat, which is all about movement, targeting, line of sight, and world awareness. Now, the game uses a free aim and timed ability skill system that has no RNG mechanics. So either you hit or you miss your target, there's no dice rolling involved. Whereas you look at something like the tab targeting system, and there's dice rolls for crits and misses and dodges, evasions, all sorts of stuff like that. Now, something I found very interesting about the game was that even though it's played from a top-down perspective, it features player character line of sight. So you basically see like in a cone in front of your character, but not directly behind you, which opens up all sorts of opportunities for ambushes, and you can hide in shrubbery and interesting stuff like that. Das Tal is currently going through Kickstarter, and they've reached 15 out of their $55,000 goal with 25 days left to go. Now, I do want to make note of this. I talk a lot about Kickstarter and early access games, and I also talk about not pre-ordering things. I think the biggest thing with me bringing this stuff up is I just want to mention it to you, let you know that, hey, I think this thing is cool, because frankly, if I didn't think something was interesting, I probably wouldn't even bring it up. There's Kickstarters and early access games coming out the rear, like all the time. But it's games that I think are interesting that I want to share with you, but I'm not saying, hey, you have to go support this, or hey, you should buy early access or whatever. I'm just saying, hey, look at this thing. Maybe you like it. I don't know what you do from there. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching today's episode of The Feed. As always, thank you so much. I just said that. Holy crap. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. Ni hao, and farm some gold. Ni hao, that's my fur bowl. Ni hao, it's getting